Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Wills. I'm Williams, and I run C-Sharp walkthroughs. I hope you are all having a great Sunday. Yeah, it's summer in Britain. It's a great day to code. So, as the title suggests, I would like to do a coding challenge today. I want to walk through from absolute scratch to prototype to working prototype a card game, a simple card game, right? I'm not much of a solitaire player. I've always wanted to know how to play solitaire. I looked up the rules today and I thought solitaire looks fun. So I'm going to attempt to make a solitaire-like game. I'm going to kind of simplify it with a few twists in it to make things quite interesting. This is going to be a really chill stream, guys. We're probably looking at a 2-hour plus stream, to be honest with you. If I can one-shot this game in one session, my prototype, then we're probably looking at like a few hours of me doing this. But this is why this is a long stream. I did a challenge before. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys. Let me see if I can find it. Let me just check my Visual Studio's warmed up. Yeah, I warmed up my setup, make sure everything is quick. The sun is beating at my eye right now. I need to like draw the curtain. I'm gonna introduce how my workflow soon, but I wanna show you guys. Let me see if I can find the video. Nah, actually it's a live stream. So I live streamed myself making tic-tac-toe some years ago. And it was such a simple prototype. There was no like game menu or anything, it's just the game. You know, you're thrown into the game and that's it. Let's see if I can find it. So coding challenge, I dubbed it challenge 1 episode 1. I coded tic-tac-toe with C-Sharp. I don't know if there's gonna be ads. Nah, no ads. So on this one, it took me about 3 hours, you know, to code tic-tac-toe using C-Sharp. I know there's guys who could probably do this in half an hour flat. But it took me 3 hours on stream to do it. I think I started from almost scratch here. You know, I think I had some template code that I used. Like, oh yeah, it seems that I used my Win2D template stuff, which is this is kind of the basis of Parallax Engine / Vanguard Engine, if you've been seeing my recent live streams. I'm going to show you guys some of the games I've been building over time. As in like the games I've been building over the years, some of the prototypes. I would like to demonstrate them in this stream if I can. But yeah, it took me about 3 hours until I got the finished result. Let's see if I can get there. Let's see what happens. It would just be fun to go down memory lane and have a look at this. I don't know if it was actually... I think it was working, I'm not too sure. I think I'm running through some debug steps. Looks like I got an exception. Simple core window exception, probably quite easy to fix. I think I got the game running in the end, I'm not too sure. There we go. Tic-tac-toe. And then it resets, I guess, upon winning. Such a simple concept, right? No, not much polish, just the tech demo itself. So I want to do something along those lines today. It's not going to be like a polished, finished game per se. I mean, if I get to that stage, it'd be cool. But I'm going to like, aim for like a tech demo, aim for like a prototype. Okay. I'm going to just quickly check to make sure I'm okay on YouTube. I'm going to use my phone for that. I don't want to overload my computer. Again, this is going to be the chillest stream, probably the chillest stream I've ever done. Because it's going to be such a long stream, if all goes to plan, that I have to be chilled in the stream. I can't be too hyper. Yeah, I'm up and running. I'm there. Sweetness. Let me just quickly fix my off-screen game. I'll probably be listening to music in the background as I'm talking to you guys, or maybe watching the video in the background. Let's see if I can find something interesting. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna set up my off-screen quickly. And as I'm doing this challenge, guys, let me know what you want to see. Let me know what sort of while I'm loading my off-screen, let me just actually load Vanguard for you guys to show you how far I got in Vanguard so far. When was this? 3 days ago. Okay, so to preface this entire series, this episode rather, I'm gonna shut this curtain. This curtain's really bright in my eyes. To preface this particular episode, this is one of my game kind of like prototypes. I'm doing this. This series is still ongoing. This is Vanguard. The aim is for me to build a Metroidvania style game. So I have the simple assets on screen. It's a little bit ambitious. I'm not gonna lie, Metroidvania and stuff, but I'm having fun. I'm learning a lot. You know, parallax scrolling has been implemented, so I can parallax scroll. She disappears because I'm midway trying to fix her jump animation. So this build of Vanguard is all buggy and messed up. That's why she disappeared. So we won't spend too much time on that. I'm still working on fixing it. If you look at the last live stream, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, let's get out of that. Enough of that. There's a game proof of tech demo that I did. I want to show it to you guys. It's called Delta Framework. Let's see if it runs. If you ever played Choo Choo Rocket on Dreamcast, you'll kind of get the gist of this game. It comes out really loud with the sound. Such a simple tech demo. Didn't really get too far with it. Don't even know if the sound is working. There we go. It might be really loud. If it is, I apologize. Let me check the desktop here. So this, I really wanted to test what Win2D could do. So you move the panels depending on where the panel is on the screen. I forgot the controls. Yeah, is where these little bits are gonna move. You see? I press spacebar to drop it. If it will work. Don't think it's gonna work now. You have a glitch. I'm gonna try and move them across the screen. Don't know why it's not working there. It's really annoying. Spacebar. Oh, there we go. So yeah, it's such a janky game. I only gave myself like 30-60 seconds on the clock. I don't even know anything. I can't even get past the screen, but you get the gist. I'm gonna just load that one more time because it's kind of like it was quite a quick round. I was yapping away. So Delta Framework is just this game that I was building where you just control the bits. And the idea was that I don't know why this takes so long to just fix. My button's not even working. It's so jank, man. I'm using WASD to move them around, so you can get the core concept. The arrow keys changes the direction of the arrows. And the idea is that I wanted it to be that the goal is the orange bits there. That's the goal, so they disappear, your score goes up. Some of them missed the mark, because this is a game I made years ago, guys. So it's like, I am still a noob, but I was more of a noob making this game. So there's like a ton of glitches, man. So I've got 2 seconds left on the clock. The idea was just to get the high score, right? So I scored 1130, so 1130 with 102 moves apparently. Excellent stuff. Just want to demonstrate some of the fun stuff I've been up to. I don't know if I've got another tech demo to show. Simple things, you know, just projects I've made in my spare time. However, with this particular project, I want to add a little bit more polish to it because I do want to test shipping a game to the Microsoft Store this time round. So I will be using like more in the way of assets, and I'm going to be implementing sound. Not sure if sound will be something on this workshop. I want to get the core gameplay out the way though, if I'm being terribly honest. Okay, I think that's enough prefacing. How do we get from this to some kind of solitaire-like game? Sunlight is really coming through today, isn't it? So, first things first, I have the rule set of bank. And for those of us who don't really understand solitaire, I still don't really understand solitaire. I tried playing it, and I was like, I'm still lost. Such a simple game, but I don't know. I need to practice. I get it generally. You have like 7 rows, right? And you have to like line them up in ascending order. You have the ace. You try to get the aces at the top or something like that. But because I'm not a master at solitaire, I took a lot of liberties and used like that basic movement mechanic of solitaire as the base of my game called Blank. So I will kind of read through this because we do need to mock up a concept of the UI, which I'm going to use Paint.net for. I really want to kind of go through this step by step, so this is why it's going to be such a long stream. So before we even touch Visual Studio, I already have Win2D, I think. I'm going to double check Dependencies, packages. Yeah, I've got WinTD. I downloaded it. I think today I made this file. Was it yesterday? I think it was today. I think it was yesterday. I feel like it was yesterday. No, I can't remember. So, guys, you know what's so cool? I do use AI for some of my workflow, but nothing too much outside of like generating quick art assets and stuff. So I'm gonna just quickly, disclaim that yes, I'm gonna be using AI to help me with some of the art assets. I'm just saying, so in case any of you wonder why I'm gonna be using AI search. So first, let me try and get a visual of what kind of game I'm sort of trying to make. I don't know. I used up my tokens the other day, so I couldn't generate any more images. But I'm gonna try and like generate an image here if I still have enough tokens today. I've generated a couple images. Where was I? Please render a solitaire table. And if this is a good render, if my picture comes up, I guess we can kind of reference this render that I'm about to request. I'm going to use this render as like a reference for my game. Please, so I'm going to ask AI search to please render a solitaire table in a pixel art format with all the cards required generally on the table for play, including shuffled cards. I don't know what's gonna come up, guys. Shuffled cards. What was it? Face down cards and face up cards. Please render solitaire. Ask AI search. Please render solitaire table in a pixel art format with all the cards required generally on the table for they play. And shuffle cards, face down cards, and let me say some so that AI search knows I'm being general. Some shuffled cards, face down cards. Let me try that. Hopefully I got enough tokens, guys. I don't know. I'm on the free plan, so I don't get as much as like the unlimited plan. Okay, looks like we got something here. So I'm gonna, hopefully, if this is a good render, I'm gonna use it as reference. So we'll let AI search do what it does. I'm gonna throw up paint.net so we can get ahead of things. I don't want to spend too much time lagging behind things. This is gonna be quite a lengthy challenge. So let me get ahead of myself. I already generated some art assets off screen, so let me see, Valkyrie, and she's in a directory where I have art assets. And I should have bank here. I made it earlier. Excuse me. I made this bank folder earlier. So I'm gonna import these sprites. I went for like minimalistic pixel art style. You know what, guys? I was so tempted to go with XAML to just make the graphics XAML based, but I think I'm gonna run with Win2D because it's just so much more robust. But XAML is like, you can get away making a game in XAML, man. Like, I truly believe that. I truly believe with a bit of creativity, a UWP game could be XAML, just XAML, a simple card game like, you know, Snap or something like that. But I thought, let me just go the extra mile and just like make graphics, or utilize graphics. So these are really minimalistic cards, guys. And you might be wondering why I have plus and minus. I mean, sorry, plus and multiply. This is the twist with my game. So let's have a look at AI search. Oh, that looks so good, man. I think that looks alright. I didn't want this. I knew that, I thought this might happen, but it's fine. So this is generally a solitaire table, and I kind of want to go for this route for my game. Again, guys, I heavily disclaim, I'm not good at solitaire. I learned the rules today, and I probably will botch. Like, this game won't be like 100% checked out. There will probably be exploits in the game mechanics to make people either win or tend to lose. I haven't really vetted the game mechanics. I just kind of like was being creative about it. But I want this, yeah, my game could look a bit like this. So just so minimalistic. Cards, you got the layouts. Obviously you want to get the cards in ascending order, and you have like the aces at the top, and you got the shuffle deck there. Hmm. Maybe I'll hit download, maybe I won't. Because I will need the browser for it all the time. I'll download it. I already rendered the image, I might as well save it. Yeah. Okay, cool. So here's my deck. Super minimalistic. The cards are quite small, aren't they? I requested like 60 by 90 for each card. I could have gone a bit more ham on the dimensions, but we're gonna roll with this, guys. We're gonna roll with this. Okay, so what are the rules of the game before I get started on the art? Like, I'm gonna export the art assets so we can actually load things onto the game. So, just to be really quick, spend a couple minutes on this. 7 rows of cards are dealt. Let me get your search up again. So we got the, I think it's 7, not sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it should be 7 actually. There's so many variations of solitaire. Again, I'm gonna take heavy liberty, so the rule set doesn't really matter. I'm making it unique. I just use solitaire-esque, just kind of like as a point of reference for this game. And the idea of bank is that when you add up, so you know with solitaire how you gotta go in ascending order to make a move, right? But with bank, I want it to be you can go ascending and descending. And when you make a deck of cards, a stack rather, the thing is, the numbers add up. And when the numbers add up, it adds up to a particular value. It could be like 10, 10, 9, 9. So we've got 20 and we have plus 18, right? Let's make it easy now. This is a 10, 10. Oh gosh, for the sake of speed, I'm just timing it. So if we have 10 of clubs and 10 of hearts, add the numbers, that's 20. And I want to have a bank. So there's a bank, right? And with the bank sells gems. See, this is getting a bit wild already. And so the idea of bank is to go to the banker, the bank, and to use your card currency, the cards like currency like money, to buy gems. And gems are of different values, right? So I wrote down the aim is to line up the cards in adjacent ascending order, but breaking this chain is fine. So going descending but there's no chain bonus. I want to create a reward system where if you do have the skill of stacking cards ascendingly, there's a chain bonus, so you get more money, right? That's the advantage. Numbers on the card add up in a stack. A player can choose to move cards within a round or make a play. What is a play? So in this game, bank. Just kidding, guys. What I want to do is to make a play is to take the cards that take one card stack to the bank, and the aggregate number value of the cards adds the payout of cash that player gets. So again, if all the cards add up to say 50, that's 50 cash. However, the risk is that with every play, a face down card from the secondary, so this stack here, a face down card from the secondary single stack must be revealed. If the card in the secondary stack revealed is the same as any card in the played stack, so the stack you want to add up, then the row is lost. So if I get greedy and I want to have, let's say I have a stack of like 100 cards, or rather like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, blah, 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 and it adds up to like 100, say, right? 100 cash. But they're all 10 of clubs, say, in a stack. If I randomly select a 10 of clubs, so this is like the risk versus reward factor, right? If I pull out a 10 of any suit, better said, then I lose the whole stack. And not only that, I minus my cash value. So my wallet minuses 100 in the game value. And you can only make that play 5 times. Now, given that you still retain your stack, you can buy gems. That's what I want to do. So, I know it's getting a bit complicated, but I had to. I struggled to make simple games. I like complicated, so that's what I did. So, anyway, gems. So, with the money, say I have 400 cash, and I survive the card reveal. Cool. So, it's like, if you lose the card reveal, it's not as damaging if you have less cards, so it's like, it kind of balances out greed, doesn't it? That kind of risk factor. So it's almost like generally speaking, there's like a 1 in 10 chance that I might lose my stack. Technically. kind of thing. But it could be a higher chance if I have different kinds of cards. If I have like ace of spades, 2 of diamonds, 3 of clubs, then there's a better chance I will pull a card of that number at the risk level, right? At the risk stack, I can say it like that. So let's say I buy a gem. So the gem is in my inventory, right? And then I have, oh, sorry guys, it's off screen. Get a notification. And then what I want to do then is the next round. So, because that's a play, so the next round comes. So one game could be, say, 2 rounds. And then I'm challenging the banker again. So I'm going to stack the cards. There's only going to be a finite amount of cards. So I can't just like unlimitedly make like a million cash. There's only, I think, 56 cards in the deck. I said 52 when I generated my graphics before this off screen. I think there's 56 in the card deck. I'm not too sure. I have 2 custom cards, the plus and the multiply. I'm going to show you guys what that does. But you can only make so many moves, right? And then you have to go to the bank. You have to say, you want to eventually buy gems, because it's not about having the most amount of cash per se. It's about getting the best gems. So I want to also include gems of rarity. So like maybe like golden gems, or maybe like bronze gems, or maybe silver gems, right? And now this one I'm considering having it so that there's no particular high score. You just kind of like flex the gems you have, and that's the game. But then I could also have it such that the gems are of some kind of monetary value, so that it is like a high score system. So you can flex if there's like, if you take a screenshot, say you want to put it on your social, if there's a multiplayer component, things like that. But I'll keep things simple. So that's the aim of bank. Okay, so I'm gonna try and make this. Goodness me. Wish me luck, guys. Alright. Now, I'm a very, like, audio, visual, spatial kind of guy, so I want to start with the concept art, and then, like, kind of work my way to the actual framework. I've got framework code already. Just excuse me, guys. I've got Vanguard sitting on my notepad somewhere here. I've got some source code so I can load assets onto my UWP session, so I'm not really concerned about the source code for drawing the graphics. I've got all that, and I'm going to use it. I'm not going to write this from scratch. I'm going to be honest with you guys. But what I will do is I'm going to simplify it. So this, if you watch my Vanguard series, you'll notice that I have like different classes. I have like the data interface, blah 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 blah. Nah, in this case, I'm just going to have everything in like one project for the game, like my bank project, my UWP project. And I'm going to have like maybe a couple classes and just slap everything in there and just make it all cohesive that way. Alright, sweet. So we got that out of the way. Speaking of Vanguard, let me see what classes I actually need. So I definitely need animated resources. I'm going to need animated drawers, so I'm going to open that. Animated update. Yeah, need it, don't need it. And just my main.cs. Where's it gone? Because I want to see the, oh goodness me, the core window API call, so I can't remember off by heart. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna open this file, notepad. I'm gonna start from here. The main one's the resources thing, because that is long, man. I find the loading resource quite long to do. Let me just double check this. So I'm not going to use that. There's like 20% of this class I'm going to use. Okay, I got the source code. How do I want my game to look? So, general visual. Got my notes. How many in a stack? I got 7 stack. Then stack row 5, I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, okay, yeah, just talking about shuffling it. Yeah, so I kind of want to shuffle it in like in a solitaire style. That's as solitaire as the game gets, bar the order system, like the sequential order. Let me open paint.net. So I'm gonna make a concept board quickly. Again, this is not gonna be a speed run. Like, I'm not speed running this, so it's gonna be really like just going with the time and the pace that it does go. I did that wrong. Is resize? I don't want to resize. It doesn't matter really. I could just adjust the camera size. Alright. Let me do it in 1920. Why am I doing this? 1920 by 1080, because that reflects the screen resolution I'm going to aim for. I'm probably going to use XAML for some of the XAML for like some of the menu stuff. This is just a proof of concept that I'm doing, guys, so I just want to give myself an idea how I want my game to look. I'll use a layer. And obviously I'm making it on Win2D later as I go. I like the green background kind of idea. I could have cropped that better. Before I do that, let me just make this transparent at the back. So I'm sort of assuming that my cards are going to be in like order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, And because I'm not a professional designer, I'm really going for a minimalist look. I want to get away with minimalist, because yeah, if I can complete this game, I would like to just like slap this game on the store and see what happens. I have uploaded one app to the Microsoft Store, so I do have a developer account. Let's see, what can I put this? Let's kind of go with a sort of off-angle view. So depending how, so if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it makes sense, okay. I'm gonna go, oh yeah, opposite, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I drew 7, so. And these should be face down, that's the thing. But it's like, I just want to give myself the idea. Let's see now. Please, I don't have a face down asset, so please render for me a face down card graphic. I would like the general background color to be red and blue for 2 cards. Face down card, playing card. I think that was the dimension of the other cards. I would like the general background color to be red and blue for the 2 card faces. Back. Oh, I spelled faces wrong. I don't know if I've got enough tokens. I hope I do. Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. Let's not waste too much time, guys. So I need that. I kind of want my background to be like green or something, or dark theme. I think green makes more sense. How does lime green like a dark green? Kind of saturated. Not too bad. that one. And a couple buttons. I'm kind of speeding a little bit actually now that I can see what I'm doing. So for anyone who might be wondering what I'm doing, I'm just kind of prototyping a layout first before I get to coding the actual UI itself, so I can have a point of reference for my game. Not like AI search's reference of Solitaire, but my own game. I'm kind of going for a minimalist look here. So there's two options. You can either play when you want to approach the bank car. I'm gonna put the cars in the middle, or you can set. I even forgot what set does. Good thing I wrote down the rules. I'm not gonna lie. Bank concept cards. Vanguard, not Vanguard. Bank. Get a little golden ratio going over here. Wide at the top, now at the bottom there. With the card layout. My buttons. Let me have a look at AI search. What did they come up with? Ah, decent. I like it. I'll download that quickly. So 315. Voila. Yes. I'll copy this into one of my folders. Back folder. Excellent. Go back to PDM. Yeah, I quite like that. Blue card down. Why not? Tolerance is too high. I don't want to snap up the border. I'm actually targeting the border there, so I want the border. Grab the blue card. So I need to create a stack, which I'll do with some of the face down cards if I can. Have to just change the shape of those cards laid out. That's going to be my deck. I'll just kind of like visually try and show that's actually a deck of cards like this. That's how we do it. I know it's not coming up. Copy, paste. That's not good. Hold on. I'm looking at the green background number. It's a different layer. strange that's happening. Oh yeah, of course, they're on the same layer. Maybe that's why. Still kind of weird. I mean, that shouldn't be. The background should be master anyway, but it's not art class. I used to love art back in school. So that's my deck. That's the secondary deck. Should I just keep it like this? Keep things super minimalist. But you need to know what cards you're stacking. Nah, and you have to deal them, so I can't be too lazy here. I can't be lazy. I want to shuffle the cards solitaire stuff, so they will end up looking like this. Just randomly select cards. I know I did this wrong because it's like these have to be face down. Yeah, just a proof of concept. I might not even do the whole lot, but just to give a general idea. Probably gonna need more space. And because of that reason, maybe I should shuffle them in a different way. How can I present it? I guess the HUD can take care of it. Well, to make things super simple, no, keep it like this. I'll move the buttons, and then I'll flatten it. Just the cards are a little bit too big. Put it up. Like this. How many like stacks were there? So mine's gonna have 7. I'm gonna increase the canvas size, even though like I should just stick it to the res. Just for the sake of concept. Heights. Alright, get some more cards. Oh, I didn't explain these. So all I want these to be is that they're multiplier cards. I didn't explain this. So if you stack a multiplier or addition card, then the cards in between get added or multiplied respectively. That's all it is. Just to add a little bit more spice. use diamonds that much. Use like queen. Yeah, you know what, guys? So funny. Like, I could just get AI Gen for this, but nah. Again, this is my game, so it's my vision for what I want this game to look like. So I'm gonna just do this bit a little bit more manually. Try and line up. Like, grab the 4 of clubs here. I did. Okay. Let's see. Ace of hearts. So this is the general gist of what I want my game to look like. Nothing fancy, just simple, minimalist. Just trace the canvas. It doesn't look like it's not lined up perfectly, but it's fine. I'm gonna grab some of these. Already forgot the layout. I already forgot the layout. Let's reference solitaire. AI solitaire. Yeah. So it's 0. 6. So flat. I think I did this wrong, but I don't care. So it should be 1 card per row, I think. Yeah, because you have to line up the cards sequentially, ascending or descending in my version of this game. This is a bit off, guys, the alignment, but you know. Just give myself a general sense of what I want to achieve. Alright, so let me add some space for the HUD. Do I want a vertical HUD layout or horizontal? I think vertical is a little bit more like modern, isn't it? I'm going to move my table a little bit to the right. So I want some space for HUD elements. What shapes do I have here? I like this one. I like the curved box. Try and blend it with the table color a little bit. I like saturated colors. I'm going to go for saturated green, kind of a saturated green. Saturation green. That's not one. Keep the outline black. Black is a little bold there, but it's alright. Black borders are alright. Let's try 14. A little box. I don't like this. Just examples. So, play button. Control. So how's this game gonna control? Probably not drag and drop. I'm probably gonna do like numbers. So you know the numbers on the keyboard. You click those and the arrow keys or WASD to scroll through the deck. I haven't really checked to see how you assign. I guess I could play with the core window API if I want to put control on. If I want click controls for the cards, that would be the best case scenario. But for now, I'm just going to use the keyboard because it's just so much easier for me. Okay, getting there. Now I want another screen for when, goodness me, when I press set or play, when I hit play to, oh my gosh, what am I talking about? I actually forgot my rules already. Let me just double check things. What does set and play do again? Oh, pull or set, that was it. Okay, so I'm gonna change the text there. So when you make a play, so when you start to offer the banker money, you offer your banker money so you can buy gems. There are two options. To pull is to pick a random card value, so it's like double or nothing. You can pick more cards to add to your stack. But again, it's the risk value that if the card is the same as any card on the stack already, then the stack is lost. When you pull, you get an RNG card, right? To set is to offer your the game banker. So like the banker is actually, the game banker is a CPU, right? So CPU banker, you offer CPU banker 400 cash for a £200 gem. So that's the set. If no gems can be afforded, then the main game loop resumes. Let's see. it to be an in-game clock. Maybe like on the bottom right of the screen. Oh, space at the top. So there's going to be a timer or like a clock. So in Solitaire, you can actually pick new cards from your deck if you want. I want to do it so you can do the same thing, but it's going to cost you. Oh, goodness me. So I wrote in my notes, I don't know where I wrote it, but I wrote that if you pick a new card to add to your deck, which is a random card, if you want to pick a random card from your deck, this RNG deck, to add to your set, then it costs you cash. I wrote it here somewhere, I can't find it. Additional cards can be obtained by pulling a random card from a separate deck. It costs cash to pull a card. I'm going to do that constraint so people think twice about pulling cards. Again, this is not Solitaire, I'm just kind of taking some aspects of Solitaire to make a custom game. Oh yeah, so the HUD needs to say like, the HUD needs to say how much cash I've got. In total. Okay. So I'm just going to use like just like a random. I'm just going to use this four of clubs here. So let's say I want to buy a jam. I know I said it has to be in order, but I'm doing this as an example. So let's say I'm playing the game, I'm pulling cards, and I'm making rows, right? Let's see if I can do it in order actually to make it make sense. So let's just say, so in this weird game I'm developing this game, I could say put a card here to make it 5/4. I think in Solitaire you have freedom of movement from all rows to exchange it. Yeah, because that's part of the game, so you can like put stacks of cards on top of other cards. That's what makes it quite fun. 5, 6, 7. Let's get a 7. Oops, I don't want to be on that layer. Just don't. I already messed up the layer and that's fine. Another version. Five, four. Nah, flop that. Sorry guys. Let me move that one here instead. Usually in Solitaire, you can't match the suits. It has to be alternate, but nah, I'm gonna make it the same. You can make it the same suits. 5, 4. So like 3 and 2 or something. And obviously in the deck, you're not going to have like the same suits per se repeating themselves. So I'm going to try and make it a bit unique. I might mess that up or whatever. Depends how orangey I want this to be. 5, 4. Let's make that 3 of hearts. No, I've got 1. 3 of diamonds. I haven't got 3 of diamonds yet. Where's diamonds? Actually, you know what? So I'm not really taking into account that I'm probably repeating suits and cards here. So in my version of, in my game bank, you can do like 5, 4, 5, because that's chronological. Even though it's not particularly just ascending, you can go up and down as well. 5, 4, 5, and then like maybe 6. 6 of diamonds. So I might be like, okay, I have a stack. Yeah, let's not complicate this. So let's say I have a stack. Let's have a mask again. Just to illustrate what I'm trying to achieve here. And I'm like, and in the game, I select this row. So I'll have a control scheme to select the row. So I select this row here. Stuff already. Let's say in the game I select this row, right? I'm like, okay, I want to approach my banker, my CPU banker, right? My AI banker. So I select my row in the game. And then there should be another, and then let's say I hit. Oh, okay, I get it. So I'll probably want to hit play and not pull or set yet. I just want to hit play. Anyway, this is a concept. So I hit play. Another screen comes up. That's that. I'll adjust that. Whatever. I'll try to do something. It's not really going to work unless I put a mask. Hold on a second. I know this is over the top, but I want to do it. I don't know if it's going to work. Big brush. Yeah, let's just say I'm on another screen. I was trying to do a fancy effect, but I'm not going to bother too much. And then I'm like, bank. Let's see. So let's say gems. Gem is equal to say 200. So I'm just using arbitrary values here. Here's another screen. So let's say I don't have enough money. So let's make it like 600. Okay. So I was like, cool. And at this point I should be able to select pull or set. Should be like pull or buy or something like that. So obviously if I pull at this point, then it means that I want the chance. This should add up to 400. Let's actually make it add up, because it's not going to make sense. So 6, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I'll change that. It's just an example. So where's the cache layer? It doesn't really, it's not important. But let's just say my cache is like 20. Found it. Okay. But the gem is like 600. I'm trying to make a play of 600. So I'm thinking like, because I'm working such small values here, maybe I should be able to cache the card. Maybe I should be able to put it in my bank. Wow, script creep is coming up. So if I put the cache in the bank, that means I'm storing that 20. So let's say the safe option or keep. So to keep is to put my cash in the bank. I know this is like it's getting so like exotic here, but I don't know, I just fancy doing this. So to keep adds to the bank account, so I continue making plays. But then maybe that will count as a round. Don't see what the advantage of that is though. So it costs a round because you don't want to risk losing rows. And if I have a high row of numbers, the only way I can physically increase the number without wasting cash, because it takes cash to, it costs me cash to pull a random card, is to keep my amount in the bank. Yeah, I like that. But then that will cost the round. So what am I trying to say here? I want a game like this. Where you have a set of cards, you make a play, you're moving cards, the idea is you want the most cash possible. The only way you can do that is by making rows of cards, and you can't control what cards come out. Where is it? You can only move the cards around that you get, the cards you're dealt, right? So let's say, okay, I've moved my cards around. I want to select this row. Then I hit play or whatever. I think it was called play, the play function. And then when I hit play, the game then asks me, do I want, like, my CPU banker asked me to buy this gem for 600. Do I pull? Which is basically to pull another card. I take the risk of getting a high quality card, maybe be in another deck, till I double or nothing my deck. But if the number is like 5, then I lose everything. But if it's like 9, then it like doubles my amount. I think that'd be so cool. I do like that. Or do I keep the money? So I've got accumulated 20. Let's hope my maths is right. 6, 10, 11. Yeah, fine, whatever. 6, 6, 11. 6, 5, 11. 12, 13, whichever. Whatever this number is. 2021, I don't care. My math sucks. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Or do I set? So to set is to say, okay, I want to purchase this gem. That's all it is. That's the game. The game is so simple. In theory. I now have to code it. Let's go, guys. Let's do this. the way I like to do this, before I even touch my code, I want all my art assets ready. I don't like working with placeholders and then coming back and adding art assets later. So I'm gonna make sure, likely, at least 90% of my assets are all ready to go, all in the folder structure, and then I write the code base around it. So I'm gonna start that. Otherwise, like, my brain just gets fried. So as far as I'm aware, my table is just going to be a green rect for now, or white background, I don't really care. I've got my face up and my face down cards. Oh, you know what's so painful, guys? I have to like crop every card out. But I could do that quickly, it won't take too long. I mean, yeah, I have to do it this way. Because each card needs to be the way I don't have a algorithm for cropping sprite batching. I'm not gonna write one. I'm just gonna go ahead and load my cards individually. That's 10, 13. Oh my gosh. Let's get started. The best way is just to start. So what I'm gonna do first, guys, I don't have an agenda, so it's just gonna be so chill. I'm probably going to stop talking for a bit and just get to work. When I take breaks, I'll check the chat. I'm not going to check the chat just yet. So I can keep things moving. So I'll let you guys know what I'm going to do. Actually, you know what? Let me actually put an agenda up. Because if I don't, it's just going to be so hard. If someone just comes into the stream, they won't know what I'm doing. Sort all the art assets, and I'm going to make the game logic. I'm gonna do the first one, guys. I know. Sweet, let's get started. Trying to decide on resolution. I need to up it a little bit. I don't want AI to generate this as like AI to generate a whole set of cards individually, because like all my tokens, I will just evaporate all my tokens for the day, and I really want to use image gen for some other stuff. if I can. Just chill out a little bit while I do this. So after I'm done cropping these pictures, I'm going to have a look at the chat, guys. Okay, got it. I know. I'm gonna name all these cards just 0 PNG, 1 PNG, such and so forth. Saves time. Not just saves time, it's easier to compute when I load everything on screen, like on my scene, that is. I can see myself getting a bit confused with the naming convention and the cards. But, you know, I just have to be on top of things. A lot of cards, must say. Yeah, I get that. You know what I could do, guys? I could just do a recolor myself. I could just change the hue graphically, so I don't have to keep cropping. So I just need like the first rows. I'll see how I feel about that. Whichever's quicker. I know this part is really boring, guys, so feel free to, if you want to sign out and then come back in like 10 minutes, feel free. This part is not edited, so, you know, feel free to do whatever you want. You're not obliged to, you know, watch this part. Maybe the final video I'll cut all this bit out, I'll see how I feel. Why have I got 2 9s? AI generated 2 9s for some weird reason. It's alright. It is what it is. Maybe my specification was a bit off. Messed up. Guys, I'm going to simplify things, so I'm going to only import 2 suits. Because I specified that colors don't matter. So like suits, I said that red on black doesn't matter. So for the sake of time and simplicity, I'm just going to import hearts and clubs. So I'm going to cut corners a little bit. And you know, I just want to save time as well. I could make them all just hearts, but I'll do hearts and clubs. I could just recolor, because the shape as well. I don't know. I'm just going to continue cropping. It's probably take another 10 minutes. save this one? I can't remember. That's gonna be my cards. I need to get the back deck. So let me do the back deck quickly. Those are my cards. Let me check my reference. What else do I need? I need buttons. So these buttons are going to be courtesy of XAML, man. I'm going to use XAML for them. All the UI, like, the HUD will be XAML, man. Oh, I'm not going to draw it out. Save myself the effort. I could, but nah. See how it goes. I named my project Arithmetic because I was going for a different kind of game. I was going to make like a math solving game, but I changed my mind to like my solitaire-like game. Hence why my project, I jumped to Visual Studio, my project is called Arithmetic, so just in case anyone was wondering. So, kind of prepared all the art assets. I took a few seconds just to consider the art. I think it's all ready now for the simplicity of this game. All the other art assets will be courtesy of XAML, so I'm fine with that. So we're going to start building the code base shortly. Is that the right directory? Yeah, I think so. Ooh, it's a stretch, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my days. I did something wrong. Oh, I did it. There it is. Why is it capitalizing on its own? Super weird. I suppose I like it like that. So guys, I'm gonna first import my resources. So first things first, I'm using Win2D for the graphics library. And what I want to do is pull some code from my existing application, Vanguard, to load the assets. Like on my animated resources code. I'm not going to write it from scratch now. The majority of my coding from scratch would be like the game logic. So I could do myself a favor and just import the rest as I have. And I'll just trim the class down for what I need. I don't need everything here. I really don't. But just to ensure, actually, yeah, we don't need it. I'm just gonna, yeah, I'll eyeball it, I think, and I'll just write it in myself. There's only so many assets, man, so I can use a few magic numbers, probably. I'm not really going to pay attention to folder structure. I'm going to just slap all my classes in my project scope. Again, I just want to get a game prototype running. So it's just getting the game working is what I'm concerned with. It's a very simple demo. I'm going to look at the chat soon, so I'm going to take a break. I'll look at the chat, I'm going to make some more tea, I'm going to come back in 2 minutes. Let me just make this class. I'll make a class or two. Where are the templates? Animated resources.cs. I have to wait, it's grayed out that button. Let me look at the chat while I wait. See if anyone said anything. Hi guys, keep going buddy, one day you'll be a successful YouTuber, thanks. It is refreshing seeing time by time someone not building game Unity. Yeah, I just kind of like, I like the challenge of just coding from scratch. And truth be told, when I was working in the industry as a developer, for my internship, for my university course, I learned how to use CSharp on the job. Even though it wasn't game development, it was just like enterprise software. You know, I really enjoyed using C#, so I just ran with it. When my old supervisor at the time told me I can make games using C#, I was like, really? Obviously, back then it was the XNA framework. I would have been using the XNA framework if it wasn't deprecated probably. But since XNA framework is deprecated, there is monogame, but I like Win2D, so animated resources.cs, I think that. Hi, where am I from? I'm from the UK. I'm originally from London, but I'm based in the east of England in the UK. Okay guys, so while I wait for my class to load, I'm going to take a short break. I'm just going to top up my tea, I'm going to stretch my knees, and I'm going to come back. Where's my focus? I'll be right back guys. What's up, guys? I'm back. So I'm back from my break. Just went to grab some tea. Trying to put the live chat on so I can have a look. Hopefully the live chat will work on my phone. I don't want to have YouTube Studio on the left. Actually, I might. Nah, I'm not going to open YouTube Studio. Hi guys, for those who might have just joined me, this is a very chill stream. I'm attempting to make a solitaire-like game in UWP using Win2D, so without much further ado, we can get started. I'll be checking the chat every so often. So first, I'm gonna jump to my XAML, and I'm gonna construct my namespace for my canvas animated control. Where is it from? Just pulling source code from my Vanguard project. It's just quicker that way. Sounds okay. Should be 1920 for now. I'll leave it as 1920. I'm not going to have this button anymore. Let me see, if I'm using step panel, that's fine. feel like the light green. Let's see how it looks. I don't know how it's gonna. Oh, it looks quite nice. I might, you know, guys, I might actually stick with a white color. It's like black and white monochrome colors, except for the assets. Well, let me have a look. I'm gonna get confused. Let me save this as a PNG. Let's see what's number 2. White doesn't look too... I mean, like, I like the white color, but the green looks more like a table. If the color's a bit hard to deal with, I'll stick with just white and green. Sorry guys, I'll stick with just white for the background. Oh, I really like green. Where's the tool? I'm not confused. I'm not going to save the changes. Okay, sweet. Got that out of the way. Set up my event handlers for my calendar and make control. Need some namespaces. Oh snap. What happened? Oh snap, did I close my OBS? Oh sorry guys, I thought I shut my OBS, so I got worried for a second. I think I loaded it another session. If this cuts out, two things guys. If this session cuts out, it's because I messed up my OBS. Secondly, my tablet camera is really low battery, so I'm actually going to take it offline. I'm on 11% for my camera, so I'm going to take it offline. I'm going to just work in silence. Well, I say work in silence. I'm going to work without the camera for now. So you guys should still be able to hear me, hopefully. But I need to charge my tablet, so I can't use it right now. I might need some more assets, but they're going to be XAML assets probably. Unless I have to correct some of the art stuff. I'm gonna keep my load animated resources function in my main CS file. But I think my animated draw loop will be in another class and my animated update will be in another class. I'm gonna stick with some magic numbers for now because it's like, this is a very simple process. car park. True or false? Trying to simplify this subroutine. Really, like, I may not even need lists of lists, to be honest, because I have like one folder of sprites. I just need to load it all at once. I can simplify this. It's a one-dimensional list, so I'm gonna simplify this. However, I need to range up to how many sprites I need to load. But since my game is so simple, all my main assets are in just like one folder. So how many is that? 0 index? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 27. I'm just going to write in 27. This source code is pulled from Vanguard, so it was a lot more complex. It was a little bit more complex for Vanguard, hence why I had like multi-dimensional pools and stuff. I don't know, like list of list stuff going on. How many folds? Why is it? One list holding one set of sprites. Folder path. Am I populating folder path? Let's populate this. Folder path. function. Oops. What's next? I think that's it for my animated resources, like loading it. The funny thing is, all this was meant to be in here. I could copy and paste it. Nah, you know what, I'm gonna leave it there. I got members here, so I'm gonna leave it here. I need the signatures for these methods. check the chat, guys. I'll get started in a few seconds. Excellent, okay. Now we have our update and draw loop set up. The next thing is to actually import the sprites, which I've done, technically. If I've hooked all my events properly, excuse me guys, then, where am I? It's got a notification. Load animated resources. Should fire up. Get my resources. It's just one folder. I get one folder, stream it in, save it onto a bitmap list, and then my art assets are ready to load. Yeah. Let me see. So I'm not going to use render list. Probably I'm not going to use a Z buffer like I did in Vanguard, as you may have seen. I'm going to just draw things so simply on the screen. If I turn all of you guys' attention to my concept art, we're only drawing like the background color, which, you know, it's just like green, probably just one big rect. One big rectangle colored in green. All my art assets as well. I made a note on my notes that I'll have is it a deck class or a card class? A card class, which is a vector free, and the vector free XYZ values represents the XYZ represents my cards. I should have said what XYZ actually represent. X is the value, Y is the suit, and Z is the orientation. So whether the card is face up or face down. So I can use a vector 3 for that. And also in my card class I have a boolean. Now guys, we're getting into like the game logic itself. So I'm gonna have a boolean card face up to indicate if a card is up or down. I'm probably gonna need more members in my card class. This is all I could think of for now when I was writing my notes. And a table class. So a table consumes a card class, and you can stack cards on the table class, if that kind of makes sense. And there's going to be a shuffle method in my table class to shuffle a deck of cards in an RNG manner. I want to make different cards have different RNG rates. Like operator cards might have a lower spawn rate than number cards. So I'm not strictly adhering to like a typical deck of cards. Like this deck of cards might have like some custom numbers and stuff. I don't know. Depends how I want to design the game. Alright. I'm going to refer to my source code. That should be fine. Okay, this is not too hard. I might not even need the source files. So in one draw loop, in one draw call, I want to draw every single asset on the screen that is necessary. So every asset needed for one scene has to be drawn in one draw call, right? As for how many assets there are on screen, it depends on what I'm loading in a scene. So I'm gonna have a variable. public for now, just in case. In order for my drawings to be drawn on screen, I need to access event args, and there's a property called drawing session, I think, and draw image. I'm gonna draw a rectangle first for my background. So many overloads. Rectangle color seems good. What is ABI Windows? I've not seen that before. I don't think it's that. Wait. Oh, interesting, guys. Guys, I'm just gonna take a quick break. Hi guys, I'm back. I just want to take a minute to quickly plug my Telegram handle because if you've been following the channel, you'll know that I'm running a masterclass, one-on-one masterclass, basically for anyone who wants to learn C# or game development with C# for that matter. So feel free to hit me up to chat all things C# and game dev if you're interested in joining the course. So I just want to put that there as we kind of might be approaching the end of the stream. I'm probably going to make this a 2 or so part series. I don't think I'm going to sit here for 4 hours straight. I thought I could, but nah. It's about 2.5 hours in, so I think it's more efficient if I split the stream up. Okay, I'm going to continue with my coding a little bit more. Destination rect, color. Images UI color, let's try that one. Sorry. So guys, I'm gonna fire up my application. Let me see if I got everything hooked up. Let me draw. There's a chance I'll be drawing before my resources have loaded, as I've had that happen before. Let me see what happens. Let me just check this. Constructor. Call my function to load my event handlers. And I'll call canvas control and validate. Okay, let's have a look what happens. Hopefully we should just see a green box on the screen. The screen should be green, my viewport. I'm not 100% sure, I might have made an error somewhere, so we'll have a look. And I'm going to soon close the stream for today. Could stream later today, I'll see how I feel. Otherwise I'll be streaming tomorrow. Very likely I'll be streaming tomorrow in the British summertime morning. I say BST, that's GMT +1. For the time zone, British summertime, somewhere between like, I don't know, 8 and 12 in the lunchtime. Haven't specifically, it depends. It might be like around 9 o'clock, I'm not 100% sure. But the stream will be up tomorrow too, hopefully. So I'm just waiting for UWP to load. And then we can continue building the game once I can get my green screen up and running. while I'm off screen, I can also give my game logic some more thought so that I can flesh out how the game logic's gonna work, so I can be ready to start coding for the second part of the challenge. Okay, UWP is just taking a little minute. Oh, goodness me. Oh, my UWP is taking a minute. So I'm just waiting here. Hopefully my app loads soon. The build has started. Well, my build's not deployed yet. Just waiting for the WP. Hopefully I get to see my green screen. Just look at my draw logic again. Oh, why did I wrote new twice? I don't know why I did that. There's a missing button on the keyboard. Okay, my UWP is off screen, I'll just drag it on. There we go. And we'll see what happens. So I'm just waiting for UWP to load. It shouldn't take too long. Sometimes just with my setup, obviously, but my setup's been running quite smooth. I reset the computer, kind of prepared things, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, we've got the screen up. It's not green. Let's see, it might load in a second, I'm not sure. Okay, looks like I hit my exception. I hit an exception or something. If I hit next, I should put the loading routine. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I've got to look at this. I'm guessing my assets is null. I'm just waiting for IntelliSense to come up. Assets is null. Okay, I thought so. Have I instantiated assets? I don't think I did. Whoops. Oops, did that wrong. I'm going to restart the program. I just reset my UWP, so I'm just going to wait for my program to load again, and then I'm going to wrap up the stream. Okay, got my UWP up. Guys, apologize for the wait. I know UWP takes UWP takes a while on my laptop, so hopefully we get things up and running soon. Okay, I don't see any green, unfortunately. Let me see. I have to check my draw logic. No green recs. And of course I'm not drawing any assets I've loaded. I'm just literally drawing a green rect. That's what I'm trying to do. But it's not showing up, so I'm going to see what's going on. Make sure my draw loop's actually invoking. But breakpoint on line 36. Nope, nothing's happening. Okay. I might have to call and validate. Let me check something, because before my update loop was fine, my draw loop wasn't fine. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, see, so my update loop is fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to... Ooh, I might need to call and validate here, like I did before. try this, see what happens. I had this issue with my canvas draw loop not firing, and I put a few invalidate cores across my program, and then my draw core started working. So my draw loop is working. Sorry guys, my update loop is working. Try and get my draw loop working. I think there's a conflict between the resources and the draw loop. That's happened before. Basically the draw thread hasn't been told to start. I have this issue already. What's the order? Yeah. Calling it validate. Create resources. Make sure all the resources fire first. I think I might have some validation, I'm not sure. How did I deal with this before? Why is it not working now? Check my flags. I'll keep going here. This flag. Oh, I'm using it already. I'm not sure why it's not working. Again, I've been in this situation before, and this happens. Make sure my draw loop. Oh well, it wasn't firing anyway, so I know it's not to do with the actual rect. my draw call is working. Nice. Oh goodness, that's on 0. Maybe maybe this was on 0, maybe that's why. Oops. Should be 1. Even though it's a magic number, I'm gonna just invoke that as 1. Seen asset count. Obviously, there'll be more assets on screen. There'll be like maybe 20 or so, like 20 cards, for example, in the background. So it's just an estimation right now. I'm just estimating a magic number of 1. Get rid of my breakpoint, and we're going to wait and see. Okay, still no green, unfortunately. Did I make my rect alpha transparent 100%? Is 255 opaque or is 255 alpha transparent? Reduce this to like 50 or something. So I'm just waiting for UWP to load. Still no green. I wonder what's happening. Maybe the dimensions of my grid is not defined or something. So I'm gonna hop to my XAML and I'm gonna check the numbers. Grid 1080, 1080, 1080, everything's defined. Stack panel. Oh, I think my stack panel might be cropping my canvas. Is it? Is that so? No, but it's like the element. My canvas is inside. Strange. See if I can fix this. Maybe I'll put invalidate here and see what happens. Still not green. Don't know if that's good or not. Can't figure this out, guys. I'm just going to close the stream. It's probably just like a one line of code or something, but I'm sure I can figure this out off stream. Very weird. Not sure why it's not showing green. Background rect. 00192080. Check the parameters. Yeah, I have no idea, guys. Let me see if we can check the color out. I can expose the color, I'm not sure. Very strange, guys. I don't know. Let me mess with my XAML quickly. Maybe I must have to do my XAML. Sometimes, like, the stack panels, I don't think I'm pushing out my canvas because my canvas is in my stack panel. It's been defined, light green. Stack panel is white. Oh, that's strange. Oh, no, it's not strange. Okay. So the light green stack panel's in front, which is white. I'm going to change the color to royal blue. And I'm going to make the canvas like white by default. I'm going to make the grid white as well. Technically we should only see royal blue. If we see white, I mean, that's a good sign that we're rendering the, if I see white, like obviously my canvas is white, so it shows the rendering order. But why I'm not getting the rect is just, I'm a little bit confused. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna just close the stream for now. We're gonna continue in the next stream, likely tomorrow. Maybe earlier than tomorrow, but probably tomorrow. Check the chat, and I'm going to close the stream. Okay, so because we're seeing royal blue, that's the stack panel, not the canvas. So the canvas is not invalidating at all. That's very strange. I'm not rendering the canvas. Now my draw ball's not coming up. What is going on? My draw ball's just... Am I in debug mode? Oh, I'm in debug mode. Oh, right. Oops. I thought it was an invalidated visual. Super weird, I don't know what's going on. Let me check the rect. I mean, sorry, let me check the color. Oh! Wait, red color. Background red. What the hell's red color? Background red. Yeah, that's right. Background red and red color, two different things. I'll put them in the wrong place. I'll give myself like 2 minutes to solve this, if not I'm just going to close the stream. We don't happen to be the alpha transparency value, would it? I don't even want to have that. I think it's the color struct. What if I don't even have an alpha value? Just to be on the safe side. My UWP session doesn't work for the green box, then I'm just going to close the stream. And I keep saying that, but yeah, this time I will actually shut the stream after this. Can I define the color of the rect here? Not sure. I might have to change the overload. No, I'm so tempted to change the overload. There's like 19 different overloads I can choose from. Nah, it's still blue, man. I put it as green as maximum. Whatever, I couldn't get it to work. Just before I close the stream, let me check at least, let me just check the overloads. Is there anything simple I can use? Canvas brush. that I can focus like this. Close an interface. Yeah, I thought so. I need the implementation class up for my eyebrush. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know. It's probably my eyebrush probably. What am I trying to say? I need like some sort of base class to eyebrush, whatever. Don't know what it is. I could check the documentation. I'm not gonna do that. Like canvas brush or something? Nah, forget that. Alright guys, sorry I couldn't get the color to come up. I'm gonna try and sort things out like off screen before the next stream. So this has been episode 1 of the challenge to build a solitaire-like game. Got the art assets all up and running. Got the base source code kind of fleshed out at the beginning parts. And yeah, we're gonna get the game logic up and running once I sort out the draw loop. Thanks guys, and do have yourselves a great day. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye bye everyone.